In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace emergency brake shoes on a Subaru Forester. It's located behind the rear wheel. After you raised and supported your vehicle safely, you have 5 lug nuts. You need to remove those. Those are 19mm nuts. And remove your wheel. We're on the back side of the backing plate now. We need to remove these 2 14mm bolts for our caliper and caliper bracket. Slide those off the rotor and put it off to the side. Just make sure this part is secure so you don't pinch the hose. Now we're back onto the front side. We're going to slide our rotor towards us and put that off to the side. Now we need to remove our emergency brake shoes and springs. Now, it's a little tech tip for you. This is a good time to possibly maybe take a picture of this so that way you know where the springs go when you go to reinstall. You can use a tool like this. Take the top springs off first. Take your spacer out. Now onto the bottom where your adjuster is. You just want to pry your 2 shoes outwards and remove your adjuster. You should have a spring that goes over your adjuster. Ours is missing, but you need to remove yours. Now onto the top part. If you spread these 2 out, you can take your shim out, put that off to the side. Now you remove your springs. You can use a tool like that by pushing in and turning. You can switch to a pair of needle nose pliers. Remove your spring and your cover. Do the same thing on the other side to the other spring. Remove this shoe. This shoe is going to be hooked to your emergency brake cable. You need to remove that from the cable. You can do that by pulling back this spring, clamping it, and sliding it off. Now you can remove your pins by pushing them straight forward and out the back. Before we install the emergency brake shoes on the vehicle, you need to transfer this arm over to your new shoe. Put it in a vise. I'm using a pair of pliers. You can use a hammer and a screwdriver, but you need to spread this clip open and remove it. You also have a washer underneath here. You need to reuse that too. Take your new shoe, install it in the vise. You don't want to put it on the pad. You want to put it on the piece of metal at the end. Take your bracket, slide it over your new shoe. Take your washer, install that, and then your horseshoe clip. Once your horseshoe clip is installed, you want to squeeze the 2 ends in together so it doesn't fall off. And make sure that moves freely. Before we install our shoes, you have mounting points. There's 6 of them. You want to put a little bit of anti-seize on those mounting points. Your emergency brake shoe lever hooks to your cable. In order to install that, take a pair of pliers, clamp the ball at the end. Take a pair of cutters. While holding this, slide this up and apply a little bit of pressure. Remove your clamp. Take your new shoe, slide it into its pocket, and release. The pins and springs that hold both sides of your shoe, your pin goes in from the back side of your backing plate, spring goes on the front side. What they do is they go in, then you twist, and it locks. So if you put your pin in through the back side, take your new shoe, swing it up, install it into that hole. Take your spring with your spring tool and install your spring. Now install your pin on the other side through the backing plate from the back side. Through the hole of the shoe and install your spring. I'm going to try using a different tool like that. Now we're going to install our spacer. Our spacer has a long pointy end here that always goes to the rear of the vehicle and out. So if we take our shoes, spread them out a little bit, sneak this behind here. Make sure it's fully seated on both shoes. Just like that. Now we're going to take our shim, install it on there, take our spring, hook it in that hole, and put the spring onto this post. We're going to use a tool like that, which holds the spring and slides it over the post. Now we're going to take our spring from the other side, hook it into that, and use our spring tool. Last part to install is our emergency brake shoe adjuster. That comes in 3 pieces. You have a piece on one end, and the other end unscrews. You want to clean these threads, put a little bit of anti-seize on them, and reinstall. Clean off the excess. We're on the bottom part of the shoe. This is where your adjuster gets installed. You can put these 2 ways. There's the wrong way and the right way. The right way is your threads always go to the rear of the vehicle. Now install your bottom spring. Before you install your rotor, you want to make sure that your adjuster is adjusted all the way in. That's going to help put the rotor back onto the hub. Slide your rotor onto your hub. You should have a little bit of drag and just listen for those shoes hitting the inside of this rotor. On the back side of your backing plate on the bottom, there's a rubber plug. If you remove that rubber plug, that's going to give you access to your adjuster. Once you remove your plug, you can take a brake adjustment tool like this, Go in from the back side, listen for the clicks. If you're pushing up, that's tightening your shoes. You want to spin the wheel or spin your rotor and just make sure it has a little bit of drag. Once it has a little bit of drag, stop and reinstall your plug. Now you can reinstall your caliper. Slide it over the rotor and install your 2 bolts. Now you can tighten those 2 bolts. And torque both of them down to 45 foot-pounds. To install your wheel, you slide it over to your lug nut studs. Install your lug nuts. And tighten those in a star pattern. And those get torqued down to 65 foot-pounds. You want to torque those in a star pattern.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.